I know, remind me. You won't let me forget, no. I know, beside me, the silent thing that I know. Cause if it's not love, then it's worthless. Pull me right back. Slip in my eye and I'm wordless. You don't understand. You don't understand my love. You don't understand my love. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand my love. Come back with your quiet eyes. Don't blind me with regret, no. Come back, don't you realize I'll go wherever you go. Hey, you don't understand my love. You don't understand.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2010 Nissan GTR R35 Skyline, whatever you want to call it, and it is, or could be considered, probably the most overplayed car on YouTube. That's fantastic. Guys, if this is what my 6th gear sounded in my Corvette, I would actually still have my hearing. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the video. I am in a GTR, which I never really thought I would say, but I'm in a GTR. This car belongs to my buddy Thomas. We literally met today. You guys remember that clean culture video I did that came out a few days ago that nobody saw because YouTube notifications were down? If you didn't see that, go see that. I thought I got to the bottom of the floor with the pedal. I didn't realize I was only at half throttle. This is fast. But one of the people that commented on the video was the owner of this GTR, Thomas. He said, oh, there's my GTR. And I was like, yeah, it was really loud. I commented, hey, it'd be really cool to make a video out of it sometime. And he said, yeah, hit me up. So I did. That night, we hit him up. He was going to North Carolina tonight. I said, let's do it today before you go. And now we're here. And now I'm driving this thing. It is nothing short of a privilege. Thank you, Thomas, for letting me drive this. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I'm not here to give you a tech review of this car. Everyone knows everything about these cars on the internet. Like I said, they're everywhere. Every YouTuber you could think of basically has one of these things. Tanner Fox has one, TJ Hunt has one. I think Roman Atwood was one of the first people to ever have one, if not the first. I never really saw them before him. Smurf and WRX has one. Who else has one? Mo Vlogs recently bought one. I mean, they're everywhere. They are literally everywhere. They're like the YouTuber car almost. But they get a lot of crap. I mean, these cars, it's so bad to the point where this car is basically a meme on YouTube. It's like, if you're a YouTuber, buy a GTR. I bought my dream car, I bought a GTR, oh. These cars get crap, and the point of this video is, like I said, not to give you a tech overview of this car. I'm gonna mention some stuff right now, but is the crap worth it? And why do people still buy these cars? But before I really dive into that, let me talk about some of the things on this car. It's a beautiful shade of gray, that, you know, that pearlescent, the flake, whatever is in it. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Obviously, you guys know it's a 2010 GTR. It has a 3.8 liter V6 twin turbo. It's putting down about 550-ish to the wheels, and then it's got about a 600 torque. So it's no slouch. And I have found that out quite quickly, and I haven't even really I laid into it, but I laid into half throttle. I didn't realize there was more pedal. Holy crap. That's, oh God. These cars get a ton of crap. People say, oh, it's so unoriginal. You're just gonna throw like a Liberty Walk, like a wide body kit on it. Like, you know, it's nothing special. You know, it's not something that in the car world, if you want to be unique, if you want to really show off your personality, what you like, show off who you are, you want to be different. You know, you want to make something that nobody else has done. You don't want to buy the same car that everyone else is buying. You know what I mean? And this is kind of that car that a lot of people buy. And people who buy them, people give them shit for it. They're like, hey, you know, congratulations, you bought a GTR. You are now a car guy. No, this is a car that anybody could drive. This is not a car that you need to be a pro driver to drive. You do not, like, you could teach someone how to drive in this car. This is not a hard car to drive. It's easy to drive when you want to. All the materials in the car are very, very comfortable. They're very nice. They're not so, you know, abstract, and they don't look like something out of like a Pagani or something, or a Bugatti or something ridiculous. Like, say I scratch part of the seats, I'm not gonna be like, well, there goes $3,000. Now, all the pieces in this car, they feel great. They don't feel like they were ripped off another Nissan, and that's a big thing, because like the R32s, I just drove Jeffrey's R32 JR Garages, and parts of the R32 were in my 1994 Altima, like the same generation. And this is nothing to that. Like, there's nothing even close to this. Hold on. As I was told, this car was 100% hand built. Nothing on this car was ripped off of some other Nissan, at least to my knowledge. And it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna find parts of this in like a Frontier or like what other, a Titan, what I don't even know what trucks, you know, Nissan makes. But, you know, point is, this feels like a premium, you know, car. It doesn't feel like just another Nissan. The gauge clusters, this information screen right here, you know, it's, you know, I think of Paul Walker, you know, like I think of the R34 from the 4th Fast and the Furious movie that had all that information on it. There's not a single piece in this car that feels like it was, you know, cobbled together or wasn't finished. So why do people hate these cars? I'm gonna tell you why people hate these cars. It's because they're too good. A lot of people buy these cars because it's a really, really good value. I mean, I'm sitting right now in 6th gear and there's no drone. But if I click down a little bit, you know, like a little paddle shifter action right now, I can make some noise. I can be obnoxious if I want to, but at the same time, I could make a 4-hour road trip in this car. It's freaking practical. I have enough room to put stuff in the trunk of this car. There are back seats that are usable. I got an airbag, I got AC. And then not to mention, you wanna mod this car like everyone on God's green earth? Great, there's a huge aftermarket culture for these cars. If you have any problem with these things at all, more than likely someone else has had that problem and they're willing to help you. I also love the fact that the paddle shifters don't move with the steering wheel. And that's a big thing because, you know, I don't have to worry about like where my hands are when I'm turning the wheel. Like, I mean, if I want to turn around or I want to downshift when I'm turning, I just go flick it, you know? It's really, really nice. And you also can't forget, you know, this is a Nissan. You know, it's not like if you break something, I already touched on this. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more expensive because it's a GTR, but parts aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg to fix this thing if something does break. And, you know, the likelihood of something breaking on this car, unless you're pushing, you know, crazy horsepower numbers, Smurf and WRX, he basically dailies his GTR and that thing's pushing 1,000 horsepower to the wheels. Like, that's a lot. This isn't pushing anything crazy and this can be dailied, and it often is. You know, the best thing I can kind of equate these two almost is, you know, in a way, Hondas. Because, you know, everyone can hate on a Honda. A lot of people hate on Hondas that don't even know anything about cars. You know, they're just like, oh, you know, everyone hates on Hondas. They jump on the bandwagon. But then you drive one and then you realize why someone bought a, you know, 2,500 pound CRX and has a 300 horsepower inline 4 sitting in it. You understand why that car is so much fun, or you understand why it's so nice to have a car that can be reliable, but also your fun car. That's what this is. It's practical, it's bullet fast, and, you know, twin turbo, that's super cool. And it's reliable and it looks good. I mean, you can't really ask for much more. Very few cars offer that. And those cars that, you know, fall into the same category as the GTR, those are the ones that people consider overplayed. Why'd you buy a 240SX? Why'd you buy a Honda Civic? Why'd you buy a GTR? Why'd you buy this? Why'd you buy that? You just gotta drive it to figure that out. Boost! Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video for me, subscribe. If you have not already, hit those stupid notification things so you actually see my videos. I haven't asked for that in a while, but you know, I figured it's worth mentioning. Let me know your thoughts on the most overplayed car of YouTube. I'm eager to see what you guys think about this car. Do you love these cars? Do you hate them? Do you think too many people own them? I'm curious. Me personally, I could see myself owning one of these. Not even gonna lie. All of y'all, have a fantastic day. That's all I can say. Just wow. But I have no idea how to turn this thing off. Start, stop. That was good. I'll just leave this one. But seriously, that was so good.
Nah, like, it's definitely like a different experience. Like, I can't really compare it to anything else. If I were to compare it to something, I'd say it's like a much heavier Evo.
Like, it's just so, it messes with me because, like I said, it's the complete opposite of what you would expect this kind of car to be. It's reliable, it's practical, you could teach someone how to drive in this.
The only thing it can't have is passengers.
Yeah, I mean, you could
put a car seat back there.
You can, I've seen car seats in these.
I have too.
So...